Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Viking Conquest. Now, when we left off, we were still trading around a little bit, and, well, we finally found out a little bit about how to sell our better loot. And thank you to those of you that actually did comment and contribute to the discussion surrounding that. I very much appreciate it. And it turns out that you need a negative reputation to be able to access those places. Or you can go to your refuge, which was actually very surprising to me, even though I thought to myself, oh, what are all these NPCs? I was just like, oh, yes, yeah, don't exactly know what those NPCs do, but now we do. Now we do. Yes, we have an armorer, and we have a weaponsmith as well, and, well, suffice it to say, they are capable of buying your stuff. Now, bear in mind that they each only have one tab, and they have about 3,500 pennies each, and so you can get about 7,000 maximum around there for selling at the armorsmith and the weaponsmith. And you can also obviously improve your weapons as well, which is pretty nice. So maybe we can do something about that just after this. I've decided that it would be a pretty good idea for us to take some veterans into combat, just to level up a bunch of our farmers and everything, because at the moment in the Free People's Fortress we have a bunch of farmers and a bunch of peasant women, and that's basically it. We don't really have too much more. I mean, yes, we do have a number of random units scattered throughout the garrison there, but that's pretty much all. And, oh yeah, I should also mention that when I was in the fortress itself, I did speak to Harold, who is our trainer as far as I'm aware, and I basically said to him, hey, you gotta get on this. You gotta get on this. I'm not paying you for nothing. And then he was like, yes, sir. And yes, so now he has started to train our units. Hilariously enough, I forgot to actually, well, talk to him. I actually thought that as soon as I recruited him, he would just, you know, automatically go about his business and, you know, do all of the drills and things that are required to level up our unit. But apparently that's not the case, so I've finally done that at least, and there you go. So we've already eliminated a pretty decent band there. I'm a bit saddened by the fact that it takes a long time to level up peasant women and farmers as well, because, I mean, even young warriors, I mean, they can become slave hunters, of course, so I'm a bit saddened by the fact that it takes so long to level them up, and I'd very much appreciate it if we could maybe find a way to level them up a little bit faster. But you can see here that everything is not really very good. I mean, you can see, oh, there's 24. I mean, most of these are pretty low level. These are, wait a minute. I thought to myself, they can't have exactly the same party. Interesting. But yes, anyway, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So maybe what I could do, actually, I'm going to come back and eliminate those at in just a few moments, actually, because what I'd like to do is go into the refuge, and that's exactly my point. I feel like there should be some shortcuts here for me to be able to speak to my armor smith and things like that without me having to go into the town. I feel like going into the town is a little bit janky, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's take some refugees here as well. Let's take some camp followers, camp women, and we should also take probably spearmen as well, but we should also take the farmers and the watchmen, and I think we can take some young warriors too. Actually, no, we're moving too fast then, aren't we? I mean, too slowly, even. Yeah, I think this is good. 66 sounds good to me. Let's place our people in there, and now take a walk around the refuge, and then we can actually see what I was talking about beforehand. And yeah, I just gotta say once again, thanks for letting me know that you can actually sell things here and reminding me, basically, because, well, it was not really common knowledge for me to know that there's an armorsmith and a weaponsmith in here that you can actually speak to. And I thought they were just, you know, going to give us some random stuff. You know, I didn't really, you know, go too in-depth about it, shall we say. I mean, as I say, I'm not exactly proficient when it comes to Viking Conquest in the first place, because, again, I've not really played it that much. So, anyway, as you can see, I want to refine one of my weapons. I want to buy a new weapon, or I need something more special. Now, that's the thing. You need 600, 600 renown to be able to ask for something special. So that's obviously not going to happen anytime soon, but there you go, 3,600, and we can sell these helms for an absolutely insane amount right there. Look at that, 2,200 already, and that is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. 2,800, and we can even sell these for 2,100, but obviously I don't have enough, you know, there's not enough funds here. I mean, I could purchase a sword or maybe a spear, but it's not really worth it in my opinion. And what about refining one of my weapons? I could refine my champion sword. I think I'll be able to make it heavy for 1,300. Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay, can I do that again? Ah, ooh, this is pretty cool. Okay, let's make it balanced, shall we? There we go. Okay. Shall we do it again? Oh, he could only make it tempered for only 1,000? Please note that this refinement makes the weapon cause more damage, but also makes it slower. Right. Okay, so just wait a second real quick. I'd like to check that out on the menu here. Okay, so it's currently balanced. It does 41 cutting, 89. I mean, it's not the fastest thing ever anyway. So I don't think it's actually going to make a big difference if I decide to do something like that. Anyway, I'm probably going to speak to the armor smith in just a second as well. Let's actually refine that. Tempered. Can I do it again? Nope, can't refine it anymore. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And now let us go and refine one of our armor parts here as well. So this guy has 1,800, unfortunately, so we're only able to sell this one. But now I'm thinking, wait a minute. Have we given our companions actually something yet? Or have I not done that? Ooh, might need to check that in just a second, but it's okay because we can still refine our scale lorica right here. Whoa, okay. That is expensive. That is very expensive indeed. 6,400. That's pretty crazy. How much more is it actually gonna give us though? Yeah, we need 600 renown for the special armor as well. How much more armor is it going to give us for the thick variant? I actually don't know. But, well, I think 6,000 is a little bit too much for my liking at the moment, but hopefully we'll be able to do that at a later point. At least we've upgraded our sword. The sword that we use the most, no less. So that's pretty nice. Anyway, let us hire some staff here, see if there's anyone else that we actually need. Look, I have the Hungry Hammer. What? I mean, how am I supposed to know who that is? Because, you know, the guy isn't actually called the Hungry Hammer. He's called something else, but, oh well, never mind. Okay, so I now have an entire band of peasants, and we're going to go into battle against very, very strong units. But I'm doing that for a very good reason, and that is, of course, to level them up. We need to make sure that they level up as fast as possible, and, well, let me just say that in Viking Conquest, I have the leveling system on the beginner level, because that makes units quicker to level up, and for a series like this, I'd guess it's kind of required, and maybe a little bit understandable for all of you as well. Anyway, I would like to see it do a little bit more. I mean, I haven't changed any of the experience gain myself, as I have done in previous series, like for example Prophecy of Pendor. It takes a long time to level up any unit in Pendor. And it's kind of nice to, you know, have a little bit of, shall we say, fluidity when it comes to leveling your units. And unfortunately, it seems like, Viking Conquest is having a bit of a difficulty as well when it comes to, oh, look at that damage. Yes, when it comes to having units level up, and it takes so long. I mean, these guys are farmers, right? You know, they're farmers, and they should have already leveled up, in my opinion. I mean, you know, they're not going to have the the most experience possible, are they? You know, it should be, in my opinion, just a little bit easier to level up farmers. And I mean, you know, these guys have been in multiple battles with me, and they've still not leveled up, which is really quite... It's a bit disappointing, really. It's a bit disappointing. Okay, come on, let's just eliminate them all, thank you very much. Well, these guys are really putting up a big fight, aren't they? Well, that is to be expected, of course. Come on, farmers, help me out. Yes, there we go. Yes. Now, here's the thing. I don't actually mind whether a bunch of farmers perish here. I mean, you know, I'm kind of sad that they're perishing for the greater good, but it is, as I say, for the greater good, because the more of them that fight, the more of them that can gain experience, and then hopefully the more of them that can actually start to do things. And we didn't even lose that many. As you can see, we only lost 9 out of a possible 33, so that's pretty nice. And we do also now have the opportunity to take these guys prisoner, which is even better, because then we can sell them at a ransom broker. And here we go. So yes, now that they've actually gotten into the fight a little bit, it seems like they're actually able to do a little bit of damage here. Let's get a horn man. Let's get one horn man. Oh, they become spearmen. Oh no, wait. Watchmen become spearmen. Never mind. Horn men become nothing. Well, that's a shame. Okay, so what about camp women? They become camp followers, and then camp followers become soldiers' wives. We don't have any of those so far. But it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty nice. And now, as you can see, we can sell this loot at hopefully our refuge, and hopefully it's going to be a little bit more than it was beforehand, because I did purchase some some weapon upgrades from this guy. So maybe the inventory money that I've given him is going to be in his actual inventory. So hopefully we'll be able to get our money back by selling a bunch of our loot. Hopefully that is the case. If it's not, then, well, that's a bit sad, but, well, that's just how it has to be. Yeah, so Harold is going to be leveling up a bunch of units as well. I don't actually know whether he's going to be faster than me doing this myself, but let's see whether that's actually the case. Okay, yep, there you go, 6,200. Fantastic. That is really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell these helms right here. There's 3,400 already. And then we can just sell these things. And yeah, 4,200. That is a lot easier. If I'd known about that, then that would have been pretty cool. But do bear in mind that doing the trades to Reba and Dorstad and, you know, even Tunsberg sometimes, that is actually a pretty cool idea, because then you're able to participate in some of my favorite battles, which are, of course, naval battles. And yeah, I never thought I'd say that, because in most mods, naval battles are very, very buggy. Yeah, I don't need to remind you about Nova Eatus, what is it now? Nova Eatus 4.0? I think there were a couple of naval battles there that were a little bit strange, but quite novel, quite a novel experience. But anyway, let's go in here and just see if... I doubt there's not going to be a ransom broker waiting in here, is there? Highly unlikely. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bunch of Vikings out here, and I'm going to make my way over to Dunwich, because maybe they have... Oh, hello there. It seems like a bunch of them want to do battle with us. Well, don't worry, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back this way. Yes, you will have your opportunity for vengeance against Borgar. But not right now. Thank you very much. Not right now. So let's go into Dunwich and see whether they have a ransom broker. Very much hope they do. They do have a competition going on here, which would be quite, well, would be quite nice. Okay, Sphere Warrior. Do we want to take these guys? These guys are most likely pagans, I would assume. So it's probably not going to work out too well. Could you spread some rumors while traveling? Ooh, I just want to start a quarrel between two lords. Okay, shall we try and do that? That would be pretty funny. Let's see. Okay, so let's see here. What is the First Lord's faction? Huh. Let's do... I was actually thinking of doing a siege in this episode, but then I thought to myself, oh, I don't exactly know whether we have the troop quality for that, and that's the reason why I'm doing a little bit of leveling up here. Okay, let's go for Kingdom of Frieze, yeah, Frieser? I don't know. Frieze, perhaps. And let's do it against the actual leader, and then we'll go to Norway here, and then we'll do. There we go. Let's do that. Oh, that's gonna be funny. Unless they find out that it's actually us, and then then they come after us and try to kill us. Alright, so considering we've now just gone and checked out the mead hall and there hasn't been a ransom broker, I don't know whether I want to go to London or whether I want to do a tournament here. I think maybe doing the tournament would make sense, because that will give us a little bit of renown as well. It will not level up our forces. I am actually still a little bit injured as well, so that's obviously going to give me a bit of a handicap, which is not very good. But I guess we're just going to have to... well, just try our best, I suppose. I mean, I have a sword, and that sword is going to take us to victory. Is it? kind of. That actually worked out quite nicely. Ooh, maybe not. Hello there. Oh, I mistimed that so exceptionally. Yes. If anything was exceptional, my mistiming of that situation certainly was. So that's good. It's very good. Okay, could I not get poked in the face by this burly dude? That would be very nice. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much, veteran. Good work. Oh, I don't really want to fight him now. That guy's going to be really difficult. Okay, so, oh, nice. Got a spear. Got a spear. I guess, yeah, there we go. We killed him. Yes. Come on, take him out. Take out this fellow as well if we can. Yeah, he's got a spear too, but he's using it in a one-handed style. Ooh, look at that. All right, so I think we're actually through to the next round now. I think we're absolutely fine with that. Okay, come on. No, block that, and then, yeah, there we go. Asbjorn, you're a bad fighter. I was thinking to myself, oh, who's this guy? Yes. It just so happens that he was a bad fighter. Ooh, very good. Very good, red team. You seem to be helping me. I don't know whether to actually... yes, I probably should not have murdered the one that was trying to help me, but okay. Ooh, nice. It just so happens that most of these fellows are quite injured, so it's making things a lot easier for me. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Nice poke to the face. That is what we like to see. Okay, this is going swimmingly so far. Alright. Oh dear. Yeah, this is usually when it will go bad. No. Yeah. No. Oh, that, okay. Some decent damage. Better damage. Okay, if I can just prevent him from doing damage to us. Obviously. But there you go. That was a pretty swift win. And now we have 4 teams with 2 fighters each. That's unusual to see such a large battle at this late stage. But I'm okay with that. There we go. That was easy enough. And the blue team is coming over to say hi. It is not going to go well. It is not going to go well for you. You are going to perish. Yes, you are. This guy's also going to perish. Yeah, there we go. Sphere warriors are actually not that difficult, but I guess it's probably just because they're wearing tournament gear instead of wearing actual, you know, normal gear that they would usually wear in actual battles, because those guys are heavily armored. Very, very heavily armored. And every single attack you do against them is probably just going to deflect because their armor is just so heavy. It's really, really good. Okay, so it is a 1 versus 1. I'm against the guy with javelins. Do I have some javelins? No, I don't have any javelins. I can pick up some javelins, though. Let's pick up this javelin, see if I can do some damage with it. Nope, okay. Apparently not. How does he destroy my shield with a sword? I mean, yeah, he did hit me once with his javelins, but surely that's not going to do that much damage. Oh, well, never mind. Seems like everything is a lot easier now for some reason. Maybe it's just because we've leveled up a little bit since the previous tournament. Anyway, this is the final round. We have a spear, and I'm not afraid to use it. Oh, okay. That was... that was hilarious. It was like, oh yes, we both missed. Very good. We're both very proficient fighters, as everyone can no doubt see. Yeah. Okay. A little bit. There we go. Yes. That is a very quick thrust into the midriff. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's pretty nice. And they appreciate your participation in the competition and place a wreath of laurel on your head. And that's it. That's all they're going to give me. They're not going to give me the cowl. But I'm thinking maybe I should try a tournament in a different town at some point, because maybe they'll give me a second cow or something like that. Anyway, let's make our way over to London. And I think most of... there's quite a few of us that are still unconscious, so let's be a bit careful about coming across any large parties of bandits. I mean, you know, anything up to about 30 or so we can probably take on without too many difficulties. Now, most of the vassals in the areas that I've so far seen in the, you know, nearby territories are actually pretty powerful. So if I am going to try and create my own faction relatively soon, I'm going to need just as powerful armies, and that's going to be pretty harsh and difficult to do because, again, every single unit in Viking Conquest takes a huge amount of time to level up, or at the very least, a lot of effort. In other words, let me fight this, and then let me fight this, and so on and so forth. Just have to fight all the time to be able to get any kind of result. Unfortunately, there's no ransom broker here either. I'm actually kind of surprised. Okay, I guess I could find some young warriors. I don't think I've seen any so far, but I guess I'm going to do that. And yeah, I guess that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.